Yeah, I'm going to fold. I know that seems a bit tight, but when a player like this does that, he's made at least 2 pair, if not a set. And he's, you know, I'm not risking my entire stack on top pair, even with like this shorter stack left. There's going to be better chances to chip up. My hotkeys are really lagging. Guess that's because I've... Oh, you see? Ended up folding ace-king because of hotkeys lagging. Oh well. It's all good. I need to find out what's going on. I think my my table ninja needs to be restarted, guys, so bear with me while I do that. King 9 suited, I feel like with a field this weak I can raise profitably, even in early position. So let's restart Table Ninja. This is a call. He's only got 2 big blinds that he's doing this with, so that's an auto call for me. Looks like Table Ninja is being a bit screwy with my... So this is the number of tables I have currently open in blue here that I'm moving around. So we've got 10 tables. And we've got... This is the second number, shows me how many tables are waiting with decisions on them. I'm going to shove on this guy just because I know he's opening pretty wide in the small blind. Yeah, he's opening 50% of small blind, so he's gonna fold a lot. And I don't particularly want to see a flop with ace jack because even in position I just prefer to just take it down. Much prefer to see a flop with like 9-8 suited. Yeah. Don't know anything about this guy. When he 3-bets my under the gun raise, okay, I'm going to check raise him. Yeah. Just because he folds to check raises quite a lot. Pocket sixes, 22 big blinds deep in early position is a fold for me in most situations, unless there's so many short stacks at the table that I can just shove. Or unless there are ICM considerations involved and the stack distributions are right. In which case, again, I will shove. This guy just looks pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to flat and see what happens here. If one of these guys, if this guy or this guy shoves, I'll reevaluate. See what happens here. This guy I'm happy to call, even though he is pretty tight looking. We hold. Let's see what we've got coming up. So about to start, we've got a $4 PSKO, we've got a $11 freeze out, and we've got a few more queued up, guys, so there's going to be thick and fast action. We've got 10 tables open at the moment. The second number means the number of tables with decisions waiting on them, so as you can see that's going up every time a decision comes up on a table. Okay, this guy shoving 16 big blinds in early position, and he don't really have very much info on him, so I'm going to fold the ace-jack. If I'd have been in later position or in, let's say, the big blind, I might consider calling. But with so many players left to act, we don't want to get squeezed, and we don't particularly want to shove over the top of him with these players left to act with these stacks. I'm going to move my number of tables waiting number over a little bit, just to distinguish it from my number of open tables a bit more clearly. Okay guys, so it seems like we've hit the 5-minute break. I shall be back shortly for some more multi-table hilarity here on Pokerstars on Christmas Day. Hopefully we'll make some more final tables in some bigger prize pools and round up 2015 with a big win. Give myself a nice Christmas present. So happy holidays everybody. Stay tuned, there's going to be an awful lot of tournaments coming up. I've got these ones queued up. I'm also going to register for this $4.50 rebuy, $4.50 sit and go. We've got a PSKO starting up, we've got a freeze out starting up in the next 20 minutes, we've got all kinds of other tournaments starting, and I may continue to register beyond this point here. So stay tuned for lots more action, guys. I shall be back shortly. Okay guys, so we're back after the 5-minute break. Had another couple of tournaments start up, so we've got this $4.40 progressive super knockout. We've currently got 11 tables open, so I'm going to try and keep the table count not much higher than this. So now we just had another one open and we've got 12 tournaments running. So I'm going to try and keep the table count to 12 tables wherever possible. Flop a set. Go for value. Try and get as much money in the pot as we can, as fast as we can, and get stacks in on the river. As much as we can, at least. This guy looks pretty tight, so I'm just going to raise. Let's see how he reacts. Blind versus blind. Apologies if you're hearing some rustling in the background here. I'm just rolling myself a cigarette. I didn't quite have time to do that during the break, guys, so I apologise for the sounds of myself rolling a cigarette. Okay, this is a raise. Fold, fold, fold. Check, fold. Hand for hand play. So we're on the exact bubble on this tournament here, which is good. And we've got a reasonably big stack, so we can start to apply some pressure to some of these guys now in this $5 quad. But with this guy to our left here, not so much this guy because he's pretty tight looking. Although he's just kind of like shown that he can call blind versus blind with queen deuce, but then he plays pretty passively post flop, so he's going to be reasonably easy to deal with. But this guy here on 18 big blinds, we can also put some pressure on.